students. Today's topic is statistical tools and their applications. So in that tools we have mean, median and mode for today's video. Okay, I'll be completely dealing with the mean today. Rest of the videos will be consequently studying about the other tools also. So these are different measures of center of in a numerical data set. Okay, they each try to summarize a data set with single number to represent a typical data point from a data set. Okay, usually these tools are going to help us to find a typical data point. Okay, so when they're helping us to do a typical data point or to get a typical data point, how is it going to be used for us? I'll be telling you in this particular session. Okay, so what is mean? First of all, mean is nothing but an average of a set. Okay, it's an average number found by adding all the data points and dividing them by the number of the data points that we have. Okay, that is nothing but the average that what we calculate. So mean is nothing but an average number of a particular set of numbers. Okay, for example, the mean of 4, 1 and 7, it is a set. Okay, one set. So that mean is what? 4 plus 1 plus 7 is equal to 12. That is divided by 3. Why 3? Because there are 3 numericals found in this particular set. That is 4, 1 and 7. So 3 numericals are found. So that has to be divided by that particular number. Okay, so we get 4 as the mean. Okay, so this can be an average of all the 3 additions also. Correct? The mean average also we do find like this only. So what is median then? Median is a middle number. Okay, as the name suggests itself, the median is a middle number found by ordering all data points and picking out the one in the middle. Okay, or if there are 2 middle numbers, taking the mean of those 2 number is the median. So the median of 4, 1, 7, the same set I have taken here to make it easy for you all, is 4, because when the numbers are put in order, okay, so it has to be put into an order, isn't it? So once you put it into an order, the 4 is the number which is in the center of the set, isn't it? So that's why the 4 is the median for this particular set. If at all it is 4 numericals in a set, that means for example, say like 1, 3, 4 and 7. Okay, let us consider that way. So when it is 4, 1, 3, 4, 7, meaning 4 plus 3 is what? 7, isn't it? 7 divided by the number of those 2, isn't it? That is 3.5. So 3.5 will be the median. Okay, if it is having 4 numbers in the set. Okay, that we will not deal with. This is a simple thing which we are explaining to you. What is mode then? The most frequent numbers, that is the number that occurs the highest number of times. So in a set, the numbers can be repeated, correct? So say suppose for example the mode of 4, 3, 1, 4, 1 and 1. So now how many times 4 has repeated? Twice. How many times 3 has repeated? No, there is no repetition of 3. So 1, how many times it has repeated? Thrice. So the highest repetition number would be the mode of the set. Okay, so that 1, because it occurs thrice or 3 times, which is more than any other number. So that is called as mode. Clear? So calculating the mean, how do you calculate the mean in simple way? As I've already discussed you, and I've told you in a set of a formula. If we have to tell you, then the arithmetic mean is the sum of all the data points dividing by the number of the data points. That is, mean is equal to sum of the data divided by the number of the data points. In the mathematical formula, if you have to represent it, then it is mean is equal to sigma of xi divided by n. N is the total number of the data points which are there in the set. Okay, so this is the typical formula that we follow for the calculation of the arithmetic mean. Okay, so other means are also there are other types of means which are namely weighted mean, harmonic mean, geometric mean, arithmetic geometric mean, root mean, square mean, then Huronic mean. Okay, all these 6 means are going to be applied for a certain fields. Okay, but all are mean itself. Clear? I will tell you what and all are their applications also. So first we will see what is that weighted mean. Weighted mean is nothing but there are fairly common in statistics, especially when studying the population. So when you want to study about the population, you would require this particular type of a mean. Okay, so when you calculate the populations, then you would require the weighted mean. Harmonic mean is where it is used quite a lot in physics. In some cases involving rates and ratios, it gives a better average than the arithmetic mean, because here in the harmonic progression that we are going to see, we will be calculating in terms of the it will be in the multiplication form. Okay, that is an harmonic mean, wherein it will also involve the rates and ratios that cannot be taken up for the arithmetic mean, isn't it? So that is applied here, and you will also find these uses in the geometry, finance, and the computer science. Okay, so this type of an harmonic mean is utilized in these other fields. Geometric mean, this type has very narrow and specific uses in finance, social sciences, and technology. Okay, so arithmetic geometric mean is mostly used in the calculus. Okay, and in the machine competitions, you would require this arithmetic and geometric mean. It's related to the perimeter of an ellipse. Okay, so henceforth you can just imagine how the calculations would be. It's like an ellipse. Okay, perimeter of an ellipse, then arithmetic is also required, geometry is also required. That's how the arithmetic geometric mean is coming to picture. When it was first developed by the Gauss, it was used to calculate the planetary axis. Okay, so root mean square is one of the other type of the mean. It is very useful in the fields that study the sine waves, like electrical engineering and all. They would require the sine waves and all calculations, so there this would be helpful. Then Huronian mean is used in the geometry to find the volume of a pyramidal frustum. What is this pyramidal frustum? Is nothing but a pyramidal frustum is basically a pyramid that the tip is sliced off, meaning that particular top tip will be there, no, the triangle shaped tip, it will be sliced off, the rest will be calculated. Okay, so that is what is the Huronian mean. Now we will come to the applications first, and then I will tell you how exactly the arithmetic mean is going to be utilized in we will be studying here in different fields, as well as we will also see the actual calculation of it also. Okay, so it helps teachers to see the average marks of the students. Okay, one of the best application which is very often used in the educational field. It is used in factories for the authorities to recognize whether the benefits of the workers is continued or not. It is also used to contrast the salaries of the workers, to calculate the average speed of anything. It is also used by the government to find the income and expenses of any person. Using this, the family would balance their expenses with their average income also. So these are some of the typical applications by the mean. Okay, so here is the picture to show you how exactly it comes into an action. Okay, so the number of student pets in each class period by period of biology. So wherein you could find that there are 1 2 3 4 5 6, and cats are 12. 6 dogs are there, 7 cats are there. In the second period 7 cats are there and 14 dogs are there. In the third period you could find the 2 cats are there and 11 dogs are there. In the fourth period you can find that 9 cats are there and 9 dogs are there. In the fifth period you can see that 5 cats are there and 14 dogs are there. In the sixth period, that is the last period of the day, you would find that 11 cats are there and 8 dogs are there. So the calculating the average of that particular animals is nothing but a mean. Meaning we could come to know that a particular day how many dogs were there in average. Okay, so that's how the calculation is going to be helpful for us, and this is the number of the students and how do they calculate the average score of a student also. This is the one of the example. And here application on the biology, like say like number of flowers or a plant. Okay, the number of plants, how many are there, frequency and x and f we will be taking it into consideration, and this is the mean that what we calculate. The totaling of this particular number, that is 32, divided by the total adding up of all those numbers, it gives you 212 as the answer. So divided by that is the 32. So see here, the number of plants in this particular number of flowers in this particular plants. Okay, say like 4 flowers in each 3 plants, meaning you'll have to multiply that, correct? So one plant has 4 flowers and 4 flowers of such plants are 3, correct? So that meaning it is 12. That is why it is f into x there. Okay, so this is how you calculate the mean. Approximately you get as 6.62 as the approximate value of the mean. Okay, here is one of the other example. Observation score is nothing but respiration rate. Okay, where the respiration rate of a person is being taken up, first person, second person, third person, it goes on like that, and then the mean is also being calculated, and this is the mean deviation that you will not be dealing it for today. Okay, so that and all in the later classes you will be seeing. I have just given an application so that you can know how it is utilized. Then here is another example, the same like that of the flowers and plants. The pod length of 10 pods of a plant shows the following data. That is, the length of the pods is given, and then find out the average of the length of the plant. Then again you calculate, add everything, then divide by the number of pods, or the number of the pods in the plant. Okay, thereby it is 10. Henceforth when you calculate it, you get 5.36 centimeters. That means average length of a plant. So if you remember this, okay, this is the graph which we had already utilized in the in our school days, isn't it? So if you have remembered your 8th, 9th, 10th geometry and the arithmetic progression or the arithmetic mean, you would remember this particular graph that we had already placed. Okay, this is like 2 and 7 is the mean. Okay, so adding up of these two, you are going to get, that is 9. Correct. Now how to put a graph? Now how to put a graph for this? You are going to take up the mean for 9, isn't it? So mean for 9, when you take it, you can go back like this. See, 1 2 3 4 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. What is the mid number for this? Mid number is 4.5, right? So when you are putting the graph, you are going to put it like this, and from here you are going to put it like this, right? So this is the junction where we are going to take up the mean, right? So you remember this graph we usually used to put it. So this is how we calculate it in a graphical representation also. So see, like this, I'll show you again. So here is the mean that we calculate. Clear? So here ends up the session of the mean. Okay, and we will also be solving the problems in the next session, including the median and mode. Okay, so today's class is just about the mean and its introduction and their applications. So I hope you have understood the topic. If you have understood and if you have liked it, please like the video and comment for it. Okay, thank you.